Oh, that was a fun run. What can I say? We got to see some cute Pokemon, and we also got to get some cool Pokemon impressions, which is always a good time. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to what we're raising money for, Save the Children, a pretty good cause. So far we've raised over $2,000, which is insane. But I just want to say that supporting Save the Children, $50 can supply a home water filter. So, home water filter. So girls can spend their days in school not fetching water, which is freaking cool if you think about it. School is important. Stay in school. So just all of the money is going towards a great cause. So be sure to get those donations in. We have some really cool incentives coming up for this marathon. So when you go to fill out your donation, be sure to take a look at those and add in your, I don't know, wherever you want to throw your money at, because there's a lot of really cool things. So be sure to check that out.
I don't know what the fuck.
You stay in school and don't do, yeah, Gaff you can spell today. It's okay. I'll give you a pass just because it's still early in the morning.
We have to get out of here now. She is right. This place is possessed. I tell you what we witnessed here is a hallucination. Come on, Jack. Saw it with your own eyes.
Well, then I
Don't believe my own eyes. Things like this simply don't happen.
Jack, there is something here, something evil.
Evil
where?
There. Been waiting all this time.
waiting for what?
For us.
I am a man. I was sick, some say quickly dying, and there was an imposter and some cheap knockoff version.
All right, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Funyuns for the $10. Sorry I lost it at the last minute during that last run, but thank you so much for donating to this great cause. And up next, we have SUPERHOT, so don't go anywhere.
बहुत अच्छा लगता कि मेरी बेटी पहले से कमज़ोर थी, अभी नॉर्मल में वो ये खेलती है, बोलती है, चलती है।
وين مرتا وين تمرق مرارة بدوا يقاجي داون
والعظم يعني الناس كامل يعني يقولوا لي مش تعيش البنت يوزنوا يعملوا كل شيء الحمد لله.
Oh, I'm in. Okay. We are 16 by 9, no cam. Alrighty, here we go. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. All right. So, I will leave you to it. Lexi, take it away.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. Just a few little issues there, but it's okay because this run's about to make up for it. I fully believe that because this is going to be super hot. Anyway, I'll let you guys take it off and introduce yourselves.
Hey, you go first. Go on.
My name is FOK, and this is SUPERHOT. It's a pretty fast game, so and I need to focus a lot into the gameplay. So I will have a wingman here. Introduce yourself, Clayboy, Rumbler, whatever it is.
Hello everyone, I am Rumbler. This is SUPERHOT. It is the most innovative shooter I have played in years. As FOK has said, this is an extremely fast game, so be ready, hold on to your seats. I'm ready when you are.
So the timer starts when I will press this SUPERHOT.exe in 3, 2, 1, go.
So, SUPERHOT is a level-based shooter where red guys will spawn, and it is your job to delete them as quickly as possible without dying. The way it works is if you get shot or hit, the level ends and you have to restart. You cannot take any damage. Now, the way to delete these red people is by shooting them with a gun, which you get a variety of guns. You get a pistol like we're showing here. You can get a shotgun, you can get an automatic rifle, which will have certain ammo counts. You'll notice that straight away that FOK is B-hopping a lot. Jumping in this game is a lot faster than just walking around, and obviously the aim of the game is to go fast. So timing your jumps at the right time will make the game go quicker. The whole premise of this game is that time moves only when you move, and if you can make time move quicker, then we're going to go faster. So you see at the start of that round, if you punch an enemy that has a gun in their hand, then that gun will fly towards you, you can pick it up, it will reset the ammo count, and you can go from there. The rotating crosshair will show when you're reloading, so once that then clicks into place, you can then shoot your next bullets. Now, this is one of the occasions where we're going to do sort of a skip. The whole premise of this game is that someone's contacted you and they're trying to get you to play SUPERHOT through a bunch of chat messages. Now, reading all those chat messages is extremely slow, so there is a way by exiting a level and spamming the enter key to select to go to the next level. It will start loading the level, and then a little chat box will appear telling you, oh, this person wants to chat. So you can actually click escape whilst the level's loading and already be in the loading screen for the next level and skip the chat box. But there is a couple text box later on that are actually mandatory to go through. And when we reach those, I will talk about those a little bit more. You can also kill enemies by stomping on them, like you just did at the start of this level when you're in the cage. You actually did it twice. And melee weapons like baseball bats and katanas will one-hit enemies just like bullets. But if you're punching an enemy, that will take 3 hits with just straight punches. Baseball bats do have breakage as well, so after a few hits you'll see it start to wear and tear. Whereas when later on we get katanas into play, they can just keep going and can actually throw katanas to kill enemies with one hit, whereas a baseball bat, that will just stagger them, and if they're holding a weapon, it will fling the weapon at you. So that was the shotgun we just saw. That shotgun will fire a spread of pellets, and you can fire a shotgun twice. It's got a longer reload than a pistol. But it can be useful in certain situations, so if you've got a crowd of enemies piling up, it is possible to take out 2 at once. What you'll also notice is that a lot of the time, FOK is quitting out of levels rather than just clicking and going to the next level. It's actually a second faster, roughly, per level to actually quit out and then load back in. So we just had the assault rifle there, which fires 3 to 4 bullets per click, but you can also hold it down to shoot automatic so it doesn't stop. One thing I will say about this as well is about our hitbox in this game. So the way I think about it is that your hitbox is sort of like a sheet of paper. It is very wide, but it's very thin. So a lot of the time you can dodge bullets by turning sideways. Sometimes it's needed, sometimes it isn't. And we'll see there at the start of this level, FOK actually opted to restart this level, and there's a reason behind that. So in that level, when you're starting to jump through, it will come up with a little black screen and some writing on there, but by restarting the level, that cuts that out, and it saves about 2 seconds. We're now in one of the auto scrollers, so the big boss of this game doesn't want you to continue playing SUPERHOT. He's trying to take control of you, so he's getting you to abide by as well. This is called Dog 1, and at the end of this level, I know this is in Chinese, but it will say good dog. We do run this game in Chinese. The reason being is because on some of the mandatory text box later on, it is actually faster. The characters and the sentences complete quicker in Chinese than any other language. See there, FOK ran out of bullets, so when he tried to click, it did come up with a message saying, in Chinese, it came up saying, you are out of bullets. It is quite common to lose track of how many bullets you've got, especially in the automatic rifles if you're holding it down. So at the start there, we picked up a pipe/crowbar, I'm not quite sure what it is. That's the only time we're going to see that weapon, but it is a one-hit kill like a baseball bat.
One small fact, before this level, the hostile actually got the goal by 0.1 second.
Oh, that is... There we go. It's rare that I'll see a gold split from you anytime now.
Especially in the marathon.
It's so optimized, it's unreal. So in that level there where he actually got shot, that is called Dog 2. At the start of it, you get text telling you to dodge the bullets. And then after the 5th bullet, it will say get shot or die, basically. So you have to stand in a place to actually get shot by one of the guys in the top of the cage.
I got the gold again.
There is a certain pattern in that level where you can get shot quickly. We'll see here in Elevator, this is one of the more daunting levels for speedruns first time.
You do not believe it, I got the gold on Elevator. Elevator,
when I first started playing this game, it's probably the level that got me stuck the most. This is just another story. Yeah, this is another story level where you've just got to click loads, and then you get into this room where he's basically telling you to stop playing the game, and we're just spamming escape to try and get out of this bit as quickly as possible. And we're about to enter a mandatory chat box. Now in these chat boxes, it's weird how the game recognizes inputs into typing text. So smashing any keys will result in the text moving forward, but also moving your mouse counts as an input. So by spamming keys on the keyboard and moving the mouse and spamming enter, we're trying to optimize getting the chat boxes sent out as quickly as possible.
I'll literally just put my thumb on spacebar, all the other fingers on SDF, and I'm mashing left mouse and also moving it around.
I think this is one of 3 places in the run where you get sort of a breather. As you can tell, this run's very intense. It's just go, 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 but there are a couple of points where you do get a little bit of a breather. As we saw there, we have the katana. 1 hit doesn't lose durability. And then we're coming up to probably my second least favourite level, meeting. Reason being is because after you kill the first 3 guys at the start, you run into a room where it's stacked full of enemies, and it's quite easy to get lost in the chaos before a bunch of them spawn. Now when it comes to the spawns and the levels, they are always the same apart from maybe 2 or 3 levels where they spawn from. It's based on positioning, but the spawn points are all the same. A lot of the levels it's very repetitive where they're going to come from, so you can sort of map them out in your head, and there are a lot of audio cues to help you know where to spawn from. Now after this level here, where we are just jumping to go and punch ourselves in the back of the head, we actually do have to Alt F4 the game to quit to progress it. So after we've done this, a chat box comes up basically telling us that we're not allowed to play this game anymore. There's a little audio cue of a beep that signifies that we can exit the game, but you do have to leave the game and start it up again for the game to actually progress. If you don't do that and you try to launch a level, it's just going to glitch out and say you're not allowed to play. So you'll notice when we actually load the game up again, all the writing's going to be weird. It's going to say things like memory check failed, this check failed. There we go. And we're going to go through a little bit of a story. This is probably the biggest breather in the run.
Also, while we are here, Robert was mentioning that meeting is not his favorite level and all that stuff. I got 2 second goals there.
Oh my word.
I already lowered down my
You can't do this.
I can't, I do, why?
Now, we're going to come on to a mechanic soon. They're going to add a new mechanic into the game called hot switching. Hot switching has a reload time like a gun, but it is quite long. What it does is it allows you to swap places with an enemy in the level and leaves behind your body, and then that body will explode. Now, when you hot switch with an enemy, any weapons that they were holding will disintegrate, so you can't hot switch into someone with a shotgun and then end up with a shotgun. However, there are some instances where you could throw something at an enemy, get them to drop their gun into the air, hot switch into them, and then grab that gun out of the air. You'll see that in a level soon called Office, which looks like an office. But hot switching can be very useful to get into certain places that we need to be able to complete levels quicker, and also as a safety function. Let's say a bullet's flying at us, we can hot switch into another enemy or to that enemy with shotters to be able to dodge that bullet. And now we're going to have the game shout hot super us over and over again.
That was pretty low, by the way.
Ear warning. I mean, it's gone now, but hot soup. So you see your first instance of hot switch. Game sets it up nicely. You were falling there, so you did have to hot switch to be able to get through the level. And then we did it at the end of the level there. So the hot switching mechanic, you know it's reloaded. At the top and the bottom of the screen, you get some sort of glitchy text. When that glitchy text has stopped glitching with those squares, then you can hot switch again. See there, for instance, hot switch into the enemy and grab the gun that he then dropped. So this is Office. This is actually my least favourite. In a subcategory called Katana Percent, which is where every level you start with a katana, you can only kill using katana, hot switch and bouncing. This is my favourite, but in the actual normal run, this is my least favourite, which is, I don't get how that works. But that was clean.
Yeah. I got gold on stairs, by the way.
So what, I'm counting like 5 golds?
Yeah.
So as we're going through this bit of the game is interrupting us in between the levels, basically giving us commands, saying like, you will relinquish your mind and body to the system and stuff like that. I can't actually remember what it says because I've been playing this game in Chinese for years now. I don't actually know what it says. All I know is that I need to spam keys to make the text go quicker. So that level was Station. Shout out to Alpha because Station is their least favourite level.
Sure. They do this to us.
So this is Train. Now you can actually complete this level without grabbing the shotgun at the start there. And it's a very annoying level because there's a plethora of bullets that just come flying away in a very confined space, which is where turning sideways can be to your advantage, as I said, like a sheet of paper. So this is the second to last, what I would say normal level is, because we're about to enter the final sort of level, which you only play in the normal game and New Game Plus. When you're playing in some of the other categories, like challenge categories, you only play up to the next level that we're going to do. The actual finale you don't do.
Now I'm struggling.
It's all those golds.
Actually, slow down a bit. Alright.
Beautiful. So again, the game is just telling us that we're going to relinquish our mind to the core and to the system. The aim of this game is just to get to something called the core, and it's going to be pretty hard to miss. You're going to see it in a bit what the core is. Now, ironically, this next bit is actually one of the hardest for me to keep consistent. It is just a long corridor full of B-hops, but if you mistime them, you kind of get stuck almost on the floor and you slow yourself down. So timing these B-hops perfectly, it does take a lot of practice to be able to keep going fast. One thing you can do as well, which helps a lot in some of the challenge categories, like when you're just using a katana, is that when you're in the air, you can just hold down space to slow down time whilst you're falling, to give yourself that little bit of breathing room. So that's the core. It's a big red pyramid, and we're being told to hot switch into it. So what we're doing in this is essentially surviving and recharging hot switch as quickly as possible, and you've got to do that 3 times. So this first time, the recharge time is pretty slow, so you just hop around the level back into a corner, because if you hold yourself into a corner, it still thinks you're moving even though you're just staying still, because you're backing yourself into the corner, and that recharges the hot switch. However, for the second and third ones, we do this little thing where you jump around the pyramid, make your way over the top of some servers, and there's this little space around the back where you can just sit and hide away from the enemies. They're all running around wondering where you were. They can't shoot you. You just hold yourself back in the corner, wait for the hot switch, and then go into the core and spam enter keys to be able to get that text to go as quickly as possible. And then after this third one, we are actually going to be inside the core, and we are going to get infinite hot switch into enemies. And there is a 1 cycle where you can actually hot switch into all the enemies without it resetting. And then we're going to get a little bit more story, and then we're going to shoot ourselves in the back of the head.
Not recommended.
Yeah, not recommended. Don't do that. You'll shoot yourself in the back of the head, and that's when the timer will be, but we do have probably about a minute or so before we get to that bit. So this is the 1 cycle, just endlessly hot switching into enemies.
The time should be like 17:28 or 17:29 at the end, but yeah, we have 1 minute 7 seconds on this last split, something like this. Really nothing will happen.
Yeah, you're gonna dance around in a pixelated corridor for a little bit.
One small thing: if you dance like this, you can actually get stuck on the floor, and you're not able to jump. You can, yeah. It's happened to me.
That's
in
insane.
my DVs, yeah.
You're
not able to jump, so you lose like 3 seconds.
So some of the challenge runs in this, whilst we've got some time, you've got the katana percent where you start with a katana in every level. You've got Ghost, which is another category that used to be run quite a bit, which is where you get hot switch from level 1 and you get 1-hit punch kills, but you can't use any weapons. There's also one where you can only throw objects to kill people. And then you've got the 100% where you do the main game, you get all the secrets. There are secrets in some of these levels. And you have to do all of the challenges as well. There's also a challenge where you don't die if you die during any of the levels. Oh, there's time.
Yeah.
And that's SUPERHOT, the most innovative shooter I've played in years.
That was awesome. You were not kidding about it being fast-paced.
This. I actually got the gold in the last level too, by the way. With Bingo's done.
Yeah, that's a lot of golds. That was super cool. Awesome. Do you guys want to plug yourself or say anything before you're free to go?
I guess shout out to Rumble, thanks for commentating this run, like doing all the job. You can find him on SUPERHOT.com, all that stuff, to YouTube, I don't know, Twitch if you'll stream anytime soon. Myself, again, all my links are on SUPERHOT.com, Twitch, FOKKER4, FOK on YouTube, FOK. And to the whole SUPERHOT community, I got into this grind because of one small event that happened. had to like practice for marathon. For the SUPERHOT was on the games, and yeah, I just got into it, and here I am playing this game. And it is super fun. Yeah, I do recommend
SUPERHOT.
it. SUPERHOT. Go to Discord, speedrunning server, links on speedrun.com again. And yeah, we're happy to help you with running this game.
Yeah, big up FOK for having me. He's nuts at this game. I mean, I've played this game for probably about 5 or 6 years. I took a bit of a break and I've come back, and he's just shattered everything. I did actually take one world record off him yesterday. It's just got to be approved by 2 seconds, but he just aces all the categories. You can find me at youtube.com/rumblersr. I had to make a new channel yesterday because I forgot the logins to my old one. So that's where everything's going to be posted now. I just want to give a shout out to some of the people in the chat who I'm great friends with. I've got Steve, I've got Rin, Diddy, Connor, Alpha. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've had a fun time watching this. And this is the end of the game. Some cutscenes where it's like a big hive mind. You now start sending out the messages to other people around the world saying, you should play SUPERHOT. It's the most innovative game I've ever played. And everyone goes through the same journey as you do. So that's SUPERHOT.
Yeah, it took a long time to say all of that stuff. So yeah, now we finished. Disconnect. Destroy us, all that stuff.
Sounds good. Thank Okay, that run was like super cool, you guys. So I'm really happy everyone was here to see it because I've seen SUPERHOT, I've played SUPERHOT, but like, ew, I have no idea how people work that way. It's just insane. It was super, super cool. But now that we have a couple minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and give a couple shout outs. We had $20 from Anonymous saying Spyro. Another $30 from Pork Fudge, and then another $20 from Anonymous, neither one of those having any comments or anything. But it was super hot, not super cool. You kind of got me there. But anyway, with that $70, we have hit our incentive for the next run, which is Spyro 2 Season of Flame of any % by RDA. So with that incentive, they will not use the fire breath. So we'll see how that goes because that sounds really cool and it sounds like we just made it a little bit more complicated. But I don't know for sure. But either way, it's going to be super cool. I can say that about Spyro and maybe not SUPERHOT. But so be sure to stick around and before we get started and maybe stretch your legs, maybe get a little bit of water, stay hydrated, all of that fun stuff. And we will be up soon with the next run.